Arsenal Fan TV here. This is 5 strikers that can win us the Premier League Part 2. In the last video, I told you how Olivier Giroud is, he can't do it all on his own. And we're beginning to see that. Over the past couple of games, he's been looking a bit knackered, a bit weary, playing all up front on his own, and he needs some help. So this is 5 strikers that can help us to win the Premier League. In the last video, I mentioned players like Suarez and Benzema and Lewandowski, but here's another 5. So I'm going to start off with Costas Mitroglou. He plays at the moment for Olympiacos. I know you're probably thinking of a player from Olympiacos in Greek football. When he's been banging in the goals, he's been brilliant in the Champions League, and he's big, he's imposing, he's quick. He's the sort of player that will be able to play in that Olivier Giroud role and will be able to come in and do a great job for Arsenal. On the downside, he would be, he's already played in the Champions League, so he wouldn't be able to play for us in that. But at a price of only probably about 7.5 to 8 million, he'd be a steal. Why not? Costas Mitroglou. Next target I'm going to talk about is Alexandre Pato. Listen, he's been talked about coming to Arsenal for years. When he was younger, brilliant player. He was playing over there in Brazil, got snapped up, came to AC Milan. He was the big prospect. He was described as the new Romario, but he's never, ever lived up to it. Got a load of injuries, and he's actually back in Brazil playing his football. But in this year of the World Cup, he's going to want to impress. Maybe Arsene Wenger is the type of person who could be able to turn his career around. He's still young. He's still a skillful player. Why not? Probably costs about 10 million. Why not Alexandre Pato? Could come in and do a great job for Arsenal. Next target I'm going to talk about is a player who's playing in the Premier League at the moment. He hasn't really been doing it this season for his club, even though we know he's a quality player. There's going to be a lot of gooners out there that when I mention his name are going to say, no way do we want this guy at our club. He currently plays for Fulham. His name is Dimitar Berbatov. We know he's got a lot of quality, but will Arsenal fans have his sort of lazy style? I mean, he's not an Olivier Giroud. He's not going to be running after dead causes and that. But one thing about him, he can certainly bang in a goal. He is deadly in front of goal. He's a skillful player, great at holding the ball up. What about it? Dimitar Berbatov, what do you reckon? The next target I'm going to mention is a player that at the moment he's absolutely on fire. Everybody's talking about this striker at the moment in Europe. He's the reason why his club, Atletico Madrid, are second in La Liga, just behind Barcelona, why they're flying in the Champions League, unbeaten in that. His name is Diego Costa. He's actually Brazilian, but he's so good that even the Spanish team have managed to poach him away from Brazil to come and play for Spain. Banging in the goals for Atletico Madrid. They're not even missing Falcao since they've sold him. Would be priced at about £30 million. Whether he'd want to leave Atletico Madrid, who are doing so well at the moment, and go to another club, we don't know. But that is the buyout clause reportedly, £30 million. So if Arsenal went there, they could test the resolve and possibly bring him in to the Arsenal. We've seen how he plays. He's quick, strong, tricky. I mean, he could be another sort of Suarez type player in the making. And he bangs in the goals. Would definitely be a great addition to the Arsenal team, Diego Costa. Last person I'm going to talk about, and I really gave this a lot of thought. Now listen, I'm trying to come up with players that can win Arsenal the Premier League. But have we already got the player at the club? Lucas Podolski. He's been injured all season, but he's going to be back. And who knows, he's a quality player. When he was at Cologne, he banged the goals in. All right, last season he was stop-start, always got taken off, was injured, quite a bit, but he still scored quite a few goals. Could Lucas Podolski be the secret weapon to Arsenal winning the title? Do we actually need to spend any money when we've got Lucas Podolski at the club? German international, as I said, was banging it in when he was at Cologne, was classed as a world-class striker. Can Arsene Wenger revive him this season and make us go on to win the Premier League? Is the answer right here with Lucas Podolski? Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. subscribe to this channel and let me know if any of these strikers can help us to win the Premier League. Click on the videos on screen right now to watch more excellent Arsenal Fan TV videos.
Park Chu-young or Nicholas Bent?
It's gotta be Park Chu-young, you know, this guy's sheer quality.
No, we're kidding. We're gonna be talking about Thierry Henry and Dennis the Iceman Bergkamp. So, Morane's more of a Thierry Henry guy, and I'm more of a Dennis Bergkamp guy. So, you know what, tell me why you think you're right.
Before I want to get started on why I think Henry is the man, you know, both these guys epitomize Arsenal Football Club. Not only Arsenal Football Club, but also...
Might be worth a punt. Bring in Christian Benteke. It's a World Cup year, so he'll be playing well. He's just the same type of player that we need. He's big, strong, quick, fast, skillful, scores a lot of goals, knows the Premier League inside out, and would love to play in the Champions League. So Christian Benteke would definitely be a player we could go in for in January. Target number 2. Now you're all going to say, oh, not again, Robbie, not again. But yes, Luis Suarez. I know the old 40 million and the £1 etc. thing and the whole thing over the summer. But what if Arsenal went back in January and said, all right,